Classes in session again, my niggas. Welcome to another edition of the Easy Hoopcast, late night edition, powered by AnimalHeezy.com. Please visit AnimalHeezy.com at your earliest convenience and invite yourself to betterness. And if you're listening to this, follow Heezy Facts on Twitter. Heezy. You should know how to spell facts. And like I do at this time, like I always do. Forgive me, y'all, it's late. Late for me. I got a strictly enforced bedtime that I'm already up an hour past. But you don't care about that. Like I always do, at this time, I gotta say R.I.P. my big homie, Kahuna. R.I.P. my nigga Reiju Goku. We doing it straight like that. But I'm gonna get into this. I'm flying solo tonight, and I done had guests for like the past 8-9 episodes, and oh my God, it's like I've been feeling like when LeBron went to Miami or something, man. Like I got some relief. I got some pressure lifted off of me, and I'm back flying solo on this one because I wouldn't even bother nobody this late. But I did just watch the Bucks and Celtics game. Two teams that I was excited to see this season. Two teams that I think I named both teams as like sleeper teams to fuck shit up when I did the podcast with Young Hollywood Spitter. I did the Hoopcast with him. So I watched that game and I was excited because, I'm into the boy Giannis. I'm into what Jason Kidd is trying to do with the Milwaukee Bucks. And of course, I'm into new Kyrie on the Celtics, number 11 Kyrie. And I don't know. I was a little I don't want to say disappointed, but I think I definitely became disenchanted in the meantime watching this game. And this game really reminded me that this is the Eastern Conference. Like, this is top tier to, arguably top tier Eastern Conference teams going head to head, or at least, some top tier Eastern Conference players in Kyrie and Giannis. And it wasn't a bad game, because I don't think you could have a bad game where Kyrie and Giannis is playing, but it's still other niggas in the rotation on both teams, and I was not impressed. Not to even be a cynic or anything, but they just look Eastern Conference than a motherfucker, man. So, I don't know. I ain't gonna, be long-winded tonight about it. I'm gonna just list off a few things that I noticed while I was watching. I just took a few notes and shit. Hold on, let me get this motherfucking. Oh yeah. Oh. Let me hit this do not disturb in case these whores want to disturb greatness. Oh, I can't hear that music playing, but it's playing. I saw the boy Jason Tatum playing in the Paul Georges and shit, and he a young nigga, so it's like a real weird dynamic to see play out in front of me, where you got young niggas with sneaker deals and even younger niggas playing in them and shit. Like Paul George, I guess, is officially OG status now, cause got the rookie nigga playing in the PG ones. So But it was kind of cool. It was cool to see it though. Like, wow, like this is where the game is going. Another way that I think NBA outdoes NFL, because NFL sneakers cleats ain't popping, which, you know, it's hard to make a cleat fashionable in the way that basketball shoes are. But even then, it's like when you see other niggas playing the Kyries or other niggas playing the PGs, or, you know, I even saw back in the day when Manu Ginobili played in the finals against the Miami Heat, the Big Three Miami Heat, in the LeBrons. Like, I think it was the LeBron 11s. I think he dunked on Chris Bosh in the LeBron 11s, you know. So that's some very fascinating shit, the way the NBA community shows love to itself. But only reason I saw Jason Tatum in the PGs and noticed that shit was because he shot a 3 and Tony Snell slid under his feet. And at that very moment, I was thinking, hey man, this whole sliding under people on jump shot shit, man, this shit is, I hope it's not becoming an epidemic. And if so, man, they gotta do something to legislate that shit out of the game. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do, man. Like, it's no, I don't give. And Reggie Miller was like, where are you gonna go? You gotta close out, you gotta defend. Fuck all that shit. Like, there's been too many jump shots shot throughout history where, you know, niggas didn't have their feet under a nigga landing zone and shit. But right when I began to think that about Tony Snell, they called a flagrant foul on that nigga. And, you know, I saw Twitter, I heard the commentators like, I don't think that should have been a flagrant foul. Fuck it, nigga. Flagrant foul that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many niggas that's gonna be missing time off of hater ass defense being played while niggas is shooting jump shots. And for the record, Tony Snell slid under that nigga. Is Tony Snell fucking starting for the Bucks? Because if so, that's probably a contributing factor to why this game was a little less than I expected, man. Like, Tony Snell and starting lineup, nigga. Like, I don't know. How you gonna come with it with Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat starting and shit? I hope he ain't starting. I'm gonna have to, you know, do my fact check and shit. But sticking with the cosmetic shit before, you know, we get into the basketball shit. I think the fucking Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks, should play on that Mecca court. Hey, is the arena called the Mecca? I don't know. Fuck it though. I think they should play on that court from now on. Fuck the Bradley Center. Fuck the new place. Play in the Mecca, man. Because if anything, as slow as this game was, the court was at some periods was the most entertaining shit to look at. That's a dope ass court, man. I don't know if I'm just a person with proclivities towards retro vibes and shit, but that shit was tight. And I see that Nike got the jerseys back now. Adidas don't got them. And Adidas had that weird thing going the past 2 seasons where they was doing the jerseys like they was trying to create jersey technology that made the jerseys all extra breathable. And then you could just see all of those little holes and dots and shit. And I'm glad Nike came back and got rid of all of that shit. And got just smooth jerseys back in this bitch. But I'm not feeling these fucking advertisement logos on niggas' jerseys, bruh. Like, the Celtics, a historic, storied franchise of the NBA, got a fucking GE General Electric tag on the other side of the Nike junk. Like it's Nike on one side, GE on the other side. I don't know what the fuck that is. Something so cheap about that shit, man. I feel like you cheapening the brand, like you cheapening the Celtics brand, and then it's a few teams. Some teams got them, some teams don't. I forgot who I was talking with about that, about how some teams got them, some teams don't. How that ain't fair that some teams get to keep their fresh jerseys while other teams get their shit fucked off. But that shit terrible. However, the Bucks throwback with the little Harley Davidson shit on there, I don't know why, but in that same breath, that shit is hard as fuck. I don't know what that shit is, but I want one of those hoes, man. That shit go hard. But anywho, let's see. Do I want to actually get into basketball now? Maybe in a second. I saw Terry Rozier's face for like the first time. Like I feel like I didn't kind of seen him from a distance and shit, but I seen his face for the first time. I thought he looked like my nigga Jit the Beast. Shout out to my nigga Jit the Beast. At Jit the Beast on Twitter, man. Producer out of Memphis. That's my guy, man. I was hanging with him during his time at Murfreesboro, and the nigga was putting it all together, and then he fucked around and got down with Boosie and started producing for him and shit. So congratulations to my nigga, man. For real. I salute you, my nigga, cause everybody that watched Jit knew Jit was supposed to be somewhere, and niggas saw it on the horizon. Niggas saw it coming for Jit. So to finally see it manifest itself, it's dope as fuck, and I'm happy as fuck for bruh. So hey Jit, this Hoopcast dedicated to you, nigga. But Kyrie, we gotta start there. Kyrie so far kind of looks funny without LeBron, and he looks sort of funny being the best player on the team. Well, I'm not gonna say the best player on the team, but he kind of looks funny with no help. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like he's back on a Cleveland squad with a little bit more help. I ain't gonna say Cleveland. That's a little bit too far, because he do got Horford, he do got Jaylen Brown, he do got Tatum. And to a certain degree, you got Rozier backing you up. So it ain't as bad as Cleveland, but it's definitely something missing, man. And it just looks funny, but Kyrie still that nigga though. He hasn't lost a step, If anything, I feel like he's finishing stronger. I feel like he got even more control of his handle, because previously with Kyrie in Cleveland, I never understood how he kept his handle under control. Like, it was impressive, but his handle was always like wild. And what was so impressive about it was that his handle was so wild, yet it never got away from him. But so far in Boston, it seemed like he really got that bitch on the string now, like for real. So I appreciate that shit. And then I guess what ESPN people might term as the intangibles and shit like that. I saw it played, I think it was first quarter, where Chris Middleton Kyrie was playing defense on Chris Middleton. I think it started somewhere near the perimeter. It ended in the post. And I was like, oh shit, like Kyrie still gonna hold him? Like, and he wasn't backing down. I'm like, damn, this nigga ain't gonna call for help or nothing. And he just sit up there holding him. Chris Middleton gotta have about 5-6 inches on him. Kyrie held it down, then blocked him, then chased, the ball down afterwards. And I'm like, alright, this shit looks funny so far with him with the Celtics and him with number 11 on, but I kind of see what he thought he could leave Cleveland and become, or at least the show he felt like he could put on to the world, But if I got to nitpick about one thing that I kind of noticed from Kyrie in this game, which I don't know if I ever really got a chance to notice that shit in Cleveland, but Kyrie ain't that great of a passer. Like, I don't think he's really a good passer. Like, I saw him throw passes, and it's real. He comes off the ball a whole lot more than I expected, the new point guard of the Celtics to do. Like, shit, half of the first quarter looked like they was damn near freezing them out and shit. Even though, I guess it's his team, or is it Al Horford's team? I don't know. I'm posing too many questions at once. This might blow your mind. But I would see Kyrie throw these passes, and somehow they would make they target. And I'm saying somehow because he don't zip passes. He don't, thread the needle on a pass. Like, he throws these awkward ass passes that kind of float a little bit and somehow still make it to his target, because I'm guessing because Milwaukee ain't great defensively, or they ain't watched the film or some shit. But it's like passes that I felt like should have been intercepted wasn't getting intercepted, and it was making it to their targets, and niggas was hitting shots, and Kyrie still gets the assist racked up for it. But for the heart I saw him show on defense, for, he's a really, really hard screen setter too. And for what I know he does on offense, what we all know he does on offense, which is fucking brilliant, I want to see him improve on that passing a little bit. But, hey, if there's an Uncle Drew movie coming for real, man, look, this nigga deserves it. Fuck it, let's get it. I seen Giannis smack a nigga shot to the stands and then subsequently smack that nigga, and then kind of just dap him up afterwards and everything. And I'm like, man, that's an honorable warrior type nigga, man. I like that nigga. But that nigga Giannis, man, Giannis was my guy going into this season. I was on the Hoopcast, the past couple Hoopcasts, talking about how I wanted to see the Bucks play, and the Bucks was a sleeper team, and Giannis was a sleeper MVP candidate. And I kind of wanted to be the first on that take and shit, honestly. But, hey, man, keep it true. Giannis need work too, man. And Giannis really needs a jump shot. And I ain't saying that on some ESPN narrative shit. They always talking about a nigga just need a jump shot. If a nigga had a jump shot. Nah, I really see. I mean, due to his length and athleticism, obviously, like, he's very hard to stop. But too often, I see him playing like it's fucking 1979 and shit. And he get the ball, and I mean, he got more handles than anybody ever had in 79, especially at that size. But he too often goes and tries to find his spot 2 inches away from the motherfucking rim. And, you know, he'll catch it on the perimeter. And then, you know, get that bitch all the way down and try to bunny that hoe. Nah, it can't be just that. Like that shit happens like 36 times a game, nigga. Like it can't be just that from Giannis and shit. Giannis got to be able to unlock the floor there, subsequently unlocking the floor for his teammates and shit. And that Bucks team, they got some pieces that work together and shit, but I don't know what narcotic I was on. This team ain't really as good as I thought it was. Like, just looking at the personnel around to actually help Giannis, they aight. Like, they aight as fuck, you know? But I definitely want to see what Giannis develops into. He hit a couple of 3-pointers late, you know, but that got to be a part of his arsenal, not garbage time wide open threes. Like, that got to be a part of homie arsenal. He got to unlock the floor and unlock his game in that way. And people say shit like, you know, all of the media pundits say that if he developed a jump shot, he would, you know, maybe be the best player in the league. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Maybe not. I don't know. I think there's still room for debate on that if you're into debates and shit. But all I know is if he had a respectable jumper, a jumper that you had to respect, I think it unlocks the floor for him and everybody else and shit, because far too often he just drudging that bitch through the paint and, you know, getting it out the mud, and it just can't work like that. But shout out to my nigga Giannis, man. I'm still rooting for my nigga. Got to the halftime show, and NBA on TNT with Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Still the best halftime show of any sport. Still the best analyst show of any sport, to me at least. I think, and I gotta say this, I'll probably say this 17 more times before the season is over with. Fucking the fact that they got legends up there, like first class NBA legends, you know, and Kenny Smith, that offer insight and commentary on the game. I love it. I mean, the NFL does the same thing, but it's not the same because they got not only top of the line legends in KG and whoever KG brings on, and Shaq and Charles Barkley, but they have real live personalities on this motherfucker. And it don't get no sweeter than that. Like, you know, NFL ain't got the juice like that. But these niggas here will sometimes have me staying up till 1 a.m. just to get out all of the laughs with them, man. And hey, man, I'm from Memphis, man. One of the funniest cities you could ever grow up in and shit. So my standards for humor, you know, kind of high and shit, and they never disappoint, man. That is one of the most entertaining and yet informative sports shows there will ever be. So, of course, when the halftime show comes on, I ain't turning away, nigga. I'm watching that shit too. And instantly, Charles Barkley versus Boogie Cousins, episode 41,002.5 starts again. And some got thrown around where somebody quoted Boogie. And Boogie said, "Hey, I was a fool for not leaving sooner." And automatically Chuck jumps in with, well, you got half of that, right? You are a fool. And then, EJ trying to play devil's advocate, and he's like, even after Vladdy said he wouldn't trade him, then bang, he traded him. And Chuck like, yeah, Shaq got traded. He was a better player. I got traded. I'm a much better player. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bruh? Like that's a current player, man. Like, where else can you see? Where else can you see legends, you know what I'm saying, give no type of country, no type of leeway to current players and impose the gold standard on them, but simultaneously it's petty as fuck. Like, the nigga playing, you a commentator, and I guess he's doing his job at the end of the day, but it's petty as fuck. And that's the reason I love this game, cause it's not petty, it's like rich petty. You know what I'm saying? It's such a richness to the fucking pettiness. And I don't mind the fact, I know the younger players probably do mind, but I don't mind how the greats and the legends in the NBA really end up becoming gatekeepers of the game. You know what I'm saying? Shaq is a gatekeeper. Charles Barkley is a gatekeeper. Kobe is a gatekeeper of the game. Of course, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, gatekeepers. Their opinion, their influence matters. And Charles Barkley is a little, no holds barred with his gatekeeping and everything, but I don't mind it. Because I always end up making this parallel as well. I wish legends in hip-hop were held with that same reverence and respect, or I wish they were gatekeepers in the way. I wish that once you ascend to that level of legend status, that it comes with some level of unmovable influence and say so. And it don't work like that in rap. You know what I'm saying? They be like, old nigga, get the fuck out the way. Or if an old nigga try to tell a young nigga something, he could be wrong. He could be 100% right. But ain't nobody trying to hear it, you know? But them NBA niggas not going, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You young niggas better fall in line, nigga. But yeah, I saw Aaron Baines, man. He got barbecue chicken by Greg Monroe a few times. I didn't watch the post game inside the NBA on TNT shit, but I know Shaq had to say barbecue chicken at least 3 times while they was doing the highlights of the game. And it was so motherfucking funny how Aaron Baines tried to come back and bam on somebody. I can't remember who it was. I almost want to say it was Chris Middleton. But he tried to bam on a nigga, and I wanted so bad for that to happen, because I'm an advocate of redemption. You sitting up there getting your ass cooked, I want you to come back on the other end and yam on somebody. And he went for it all. He went for the glory. He went for the gold. And he tried to, with all his heart, all his might, run through the lane and bam on the nigga. He still got the foul call. He hit both free throws and shit. So he did get the 2 points ultimately. And I guess that's all that matters, especially if they won. But Ooh, I needed that bam, especially after Greg Monroe was cooking that nigga, man, making that nigga, woo, shit, nigga, I forgot Greg Monroe happened, nigga, but, yeah, but, I don't even know what game is going on now, because I know they got one more game. It's the late game, and I was like, either do the game or do a podcast. And I was like, I'm gonna drop the new Hoopcast, whatever. But, and you know, this one's kind of light. This one's kind of slow. It's a late night quiet storm shit. But I was just so disenchanted by this game, disillusioned by this game, that it made me want to just elaborate on it some, because like some games are so good you gotta talk about it, and so some games are so underwhelming you gotta talk about it, and I expected, for whatever reason, so much more out of this Celtics and Bucks matchup, two teams that I was excited to see this season. And then I learned a lot about them. I learned that both these teams still got a long ass way to go, even with 2 top 10 players on this shit. Well, even with both teams having a top 10 player in the league on their squad, they still got a long way to go. Rest up Gordon Hayward, my guy. Well wishes go out to the Great White Hope, and I can't wait to see him in the 2018-2019 season. Other than that, though, hey, all of this was just to say 30 minutes, just to say niggas got to cool out on on Boston and Milwaukee, man. But maybe I'll watch a couple more of their games. I think I'm gonna be watching to see what Kyrie do, but after seeing, shout out to Al Horford too, man. That is a vet. Like that's a nigga that know what he doing out there. I mean, nigga might not be Hakeem Olajuwon or nothing, but that's a nigga that out there he is reliable. You can count on him. So it might not even be all that exciting of a player like the way Kyrie is, but he's definitely solid. He's definitely a professional. He's a vet. But I'll watch a few more games and shit to see what Kyrie do, because, you know what I'm saying, I guess I'm a Kyrie stan at this point. But, yeah, I'm not really, my hopes just dropped. Like, just watching this game, my hopes for both teams have dropped. But I guess that's why a season is 82 games, because there's ebbs and flows, ups and downs, and, you know, we'll just see where it all goes from here. So, you know, I'm done with this. Whatever the next game is, man, the game that's on right now, the late game, I catch the highlights in the morning. It's probably the better game, but, hey, nigga, I'm about to go to sleep. But I do have a new Hoopcast coming Saturday, hopefully. So I just want to squeeze this one in the meantime. It's just a little squeeze in, and we back to the flames and shit, man. It's just a little steam in the sauna right now, but the whole building finna be back on fire Saturday. So thank you for listening. He's a Hoopcast, animalheats.com.